it's Mithril. Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. I can't believe it's already been another year and that we're headed into 2019. And I'm also so excited to finally be able to look back on a year and be proud of so many things that I've accomplished. I feel like usually at this time of year I just look back and realize how much time I've wasted and how if I had just kept on practicing something that I could have been so good by now, and how I spent so much time watching TV instead of doing something productive. I mean, I still feel that way, but I can actually look back on the year and see the things that I've done. I've passed 2 actuary exams, I've rejuvenated my channel, I've made I think over 10 videos at this point, maybe including this one. I've started live streaming, I've improved my art in more in 1 year than I have in the past 5 years. I think it's just insane. And I'm excited to make next year even better. My relationship with New Year's resolutions is I write down a couple things that I want to do in the next year, and then I never look at them again or put any effort into making them come true. So this year I really want to change that. So I did a little research into how to make a successful resolution. And it seems like they mostly say that you should start small, only try to fix a few things at a time, reward yourself for making progress and reaching the goals that you set out, and also don't blame yourself too much if things go wrong. So keeping that in mind, I made a couple resolutions in different areas of my life that I found important. The first one I thought I should make my resolutions in was my art and how I wanted to progress in it. I wanted to make something that sounded really easily attainable, so I don't really have an excuse for not doing it. And although it's easily attainable, I wasn't able to do that in my last semester of school. So my first resolution is that I will draw at least 1 hour every week. Just draw anything. Not even practice or whatever. Like, just doodles between classes, or maybe going out and doing some local figure drawings. I think my biggest problem and frustration with my practice is that I'm very inconsistent. I'll get a burst of inspiration and go, and then I'll stop for 3 months and then forget everything I've done. So I think the most important thing is to just keep at it. And as sort of an overarching goal, I want to practice at least 150 hours throughout the year. And this should be easy. I mean, last year, starting from March, I got about 110 hours. And that was basically not drawing at all during the semester. So I hope that this is a super easily attainable goal that I can look back on and say, yeah, I practiced that much. I practiced at least 150 hours during the last year, and that'll be something I can look back on in a year and be proud of. My second category is YouTube, this, and sort of Twitch as parallel categories. My first resolution is that I will make at least 1 video per month. I want to set the bar low enough that I feel like I can do it, but higher than I have been achieving. I also didn't make any videos last semester either, so I'm hoping that, like I was bringing consistency to my drawing practice, I want to bring consistency to this channel. I want to make things. I want to draw and get better and live my life better, and I also want to help everyone else do that too. Or maybe this will be just a diary of how I crash and burn, but either way it'll be entertaining. My next goal is probably the most ambitious out of anything I've said so far, and that is I want to reach 4,000 watch hours within the last 12 months within the next year. What's so special about that number? It's the number at which you can apply for monetization with the YouTube Partnership Program. Whew! I had monetization from 2013 when I started this channel up until February of this year, when they basically took it away from everybody, and then you had to reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in order to even apply for monetization again. And during those 4-ish years that I had monetization, I made around 90 cents. And I looked at my channel info and I had 300 watch hours within the last 12 months when they took my monetization away. At that point, I've been very inactive on this channel, and that sort of kicked me. I was like, man, that makes me unhappy. And that was kind of one of the reasons I wanted to start this back up. I was thinking, I've always thought of myself as someone that wanted to become a YouTuber one day and really make things that were useful and helpful for people. Or maybe not helpful all the way. Back when I used to make creepypasta videos, I just wanted to make something entertaining. I wanted to have a project that I could put my heart into and really pour my passion into. And this has really become it. So, I have now reached 1,545 watch hours within the last 12 months. And looking at the way my stats are going, I feel like if I really put my heart and soul into this channel and really treat it better than I have, it's very attainable to reach 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months within the next year. And I really want to get there because it is just this, it felt like this insurmountable goal back when I only had 300. But now that I've multiplied that by 5 within the last about 8 months, I feel really proud and excited. My next resolution is to stream at least once per week. I don't think I can really call myself a streamer if I do less than that. Plus, I have so many cool ideas for streams I want to do. Maybe I'll have some sort of academic or productivity day where we just work together and maybe follow the Pomodoro timer. Like, I'll work completely silently for 20 minutes, take a 5-minute break, we can chat, play games, then go back to working for like 3 hours or something, and we can get so much done. Or we can do something like Figure Fridays, where we all draw on one of those online canvases together, the same model or gesture, and it would be a lot of fun and a great way for me to get in my practice and to interact with people and to create a helpful resource. And it all just gets me so pumped up and excited. My last goal for YouTube is to make my first dollar. This is something I love. It's something I put a lot of effort and passion into. I would love to be able to upgrade my equipment, get lights, get better cameras, get better art supplies, so many things. I want to be able to put less time into, I don't know, my money-making ventures and more time into this channel. And plus, it's sort of a validation that what I'm doing is important and that people care about it. And then we're gonna get into more of my personal life, sort of. The next category is gonna be my academic goals. Last semester, I really didn't take care of myself all that well. Basically, I don't know, it's the least amount of hours I've ever taken during a semester. 12 hours, it's the bare minimum to be considered a full-time student. But I was taking the hardest undergraduate math class at my university, and I was also studying for an actuary exam. I was taking a really hard programming course, and I was taking this Shakespeare course, which pretty much killed me. And during finals week, I was breaking down every day. I was crying because of how stressed I was. I wasn't getting any sleep. I would wake up and feel like I needed to study, but all I could do was lie in bed. It was really terrible, and I don't ever want to go through that again. I came home and my mom and my grandparents freaked out on me because I was so thin, because I've lost so much weight while I was away at school. I was barely eating because I felt like I didn't have time to go out and get food. I was barely sleeping. I've never pulled so many all-nighters in my life. I wasn't drawing at all because of all this mess. I hadn't talked to my friends all semester. I didn't hang out with them all semester. And it was really horrible. It was terrible. And again, I don't want to do that again. I've been in school for 7 semesters, and I've never had one where I felt like my life was together. And you don't have bad luck 7 semesters in a row, you know. The common factor is me. Me not being able to manage my time, me procrastinating, and just a host of bad things that I really don't want to be a part of me anymore. And I know I'm not going to change this in 1 semester, but I want to start living better and living a more healthy life. So I made a couple resolutions that will address this, hopefully. My first one is that I want to study at least a minute of every subject every day. I feel like a lot of times last semester I would just think, oh, I'm so busy with X project that I don't have time for all my other subjects. And then when those things were due, I would have to stay up all night just to try to finish them when I could have done it earlier. If I didn't think, oh, well, my job's done for today since I finished project X, I'm gonna, I don't know, not do anything real or healthy, probably just sit on my computer for a few hours doing who knows what when I could have been doing anything else. I don't even want to think about how much time I've wasted. I think I spent about 40 hours a week total on school, and maybe 30 hours a week outside of that worrying about it. Way less time than I should have been sleeping, 0 time going out grocery shopping. I basically ate out every day or just went to bed hungry because I don't know how to take care of myself. Anyway, I think if I dedicate at least 1 minute to every subject every day, I will be able to balance out my studying more. Like, I think all I need to do is just get started, get in the habit of studying every day, get in the habit of studying all my subjects every day, looking at what I need to do and doing it instead of pushing it off to the night before the deadline. Going into the next topic, I want to finish all my homework at least a day in advance. That's such a small thing, but that felt weird saying it. And can I even do it? Woo! But I want to. I really do. I want to do that because I know it's important and I know I need to stop procrastinating on my work. I just need to think of all my deadlines not being real deadlines and moving them up a day so I don't get stressed out and have to stay up all night and mess up my sleep schedule and all sorts of other bad things. Adding on to that, I want to take another actuary exam next December, about a year from now. So I want to study at least 300 hours for it. That's the recommended amount of studying. For my first exam, I think I studied around 250 hours. My second exam, I studied around 211 hours. They were stressful, they were awful, I didn't feel ready. I want to be ready this time. Finally, my personal life resolutions. I want to reach out to my friends at least every 2 weeks. That will be way more than I ever did last semester. I want to talk to them. I want to go out and have fun with them. I felt so lonely and isolated and just in my cave of sorrow and sadness all of last semester, and I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm going to talk to my friends and we're going to go out and do things and have fun. Finally, I'm going to make sure I eat at least twice a day. And I feel like that's really depressing to have to even say that, but I wasn't eating twice a day. I was eating once a day, or maybe 0 times a day, because I felt like I didn't have time to go out and get food. I felt like it was too much work to take an hour to go to the grocery store. and pick up a Hot Pocket or something. I want to change that. I want to go to the grocery store. I want to start cooking again. Maybe that's a little bit too ambitious. Maybe I can at least pick up chicken nuggets from the grocery store. I just need to eat food. That's not healthy, to be skipping meals. I need to eat. Either way, overall, I have loved being on YouTube, being part of this community, being able to make videos and read people's comments telling me how much I inspired them to start practicing or how much I helped them explain certain exercises in Drawbox. I love all the friends that I've made here in this community on my Discord channel. I have so much fun talking to you guys. It's been a real pleasure knowing you in 2018. Hopefully we can carry this on in 2019. Please let me know what you guys are trying to work on in 2019, and hopefully we can all support each other in reaching our goals. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great year.